go to brand new neighborhoods that were being built where people were just moving in, and we would just knock on doors, and we'd had a little information, hey, we're going to have this kickoff service on Easter, and you know, we're sad we don't have any people to come to our church, would you come? And but we built a lot of relationships that way, and what we found out was there was a lot of people moving here, they didn't have roots either, so they were just as new and lonely as we were. But that's who we had time for, and so that's who was attracted to us, because they were in our homes all the time, and we were getting together all the time, and so we were starting to find our identity of who we were and who we were most effective at reaching.
I think though, if you look back on it, it was such a crazy amount of events that it only worked because God's hand of blessing was there.
I got a call on a Monday morning, and it was a paramedic, and they called the office, and my assistant came in and said, hey, we have a couple in our church, they're new to Hope, and he just took his life. He's a Raleigh police officer. So I walk in, and here's this young widow with a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old. And they hadn't been at Hope but about a few months. They'd both accepted Christ. But that Sunday I told the story, and I said, so we got this new widow who's probably gonna relocate back to Michigan, where her family's from. And as we're leaving, we were just one campus in those days. We're just gonna give. There's just buckets at the back door. And whatever you give, we're gonna give. And we collected $66,000. But it changed our life, the heart of our people.
When I was maybe 8 or 9, my aunt actually invited my grandma to go to Hope with her. My mom was like, well, maybe we should go check it out. And so that's what we did. And I was like, Mom, this place is so cool. Can we come back? We kept coming back. And then like 5th grade came along. I was like, I want to do something more. I always saw the kids doing worship, dancing and leading on stage. I was like, I can do that. I tried out that 1 year and I made it. It was just amazing being on the team, just feeling a part of something that's not just me.
You know, I've never felt closer to Christ in my life. And I just can't even imagine the status of that changing. You know, I was that one in the 99 that he kept pursuing. And I wouldn't be here today if my friend hadn't taken me to Hope. Quite frankly, I would be dead.
We were just all in. We didn't know any different. And I think that DNA from early on has carried all the way through. And so when you launched Holly Springs, you saw people that were like, okay, it's very comfortable here at Raleigh. And I know setting up in the school every week is going to be exhausting and a nightmare, but I'm going to give myself to that. I'm going to give my time, my resources. And when we went to West Cary, there were people like, I'll go, you know. And I don't know if they even realize that they're just like missionaries. They're going out into the field. They're giving their lives to go to Garner to make a difference in that community. But I think that's when you realize your church is on track, but there are people who are willing to give their lives to make this happen. So you kind of see that DNA all the way through Hope.
I think that's what I would say to the church too. I mean, either you're all in or you're out, but let's do something bold again. Let's be crazy and actually reach the triangle. Let's use that faith again that God's given us to be able to do amazing things. Let's be all in.
What's so important is that you realize it's God's dream for your life, not yours. Because if you know it's God's dream, all the times that we wanted to quit, and all the times it made sense to quit, you didn't quit because you're like, I would be so totally disobedient if I quit, because I'm that confident that this is what God wants me to do. God will not do for you what He expects you to do for yourself. He's not going to do something supernatural that you can do. And what you can do is be confident enough in what God has called you to do to take the next step.